Have you ever daydreamed about what it would be like to swim in a pool of money with a net worth of a staggering $400 million? I know I have, and it's a mind-boggling concept to grasp. But guess what? NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal has cracked the code and is living the life we could only dream of. Let's take a peek into his million-dollar lifestyle. Now, before we get to that, let's take a step back and remember who this NBA superstar is. Shaq's basketball career started during his high school days in San Antonio, Texas, where his team's state championship win caught the attention of college recruiters. He went on to attend Louisiana State University, LSU, and quickly established himself as one of the nation's best players. In 1991, he was named the Consensus College Player of the Year. Although he left school in 1992 to enter the NBA draft, Shaq completed his studies in 2000 and earned a degree from LSU. Upon joining the NBA, Shaq made an immediate impact. He was named NBA Rookie of the Year in the 1992-93 season and led the Orlando Magic to a significant improvement in their record. Despite his offensive dominance, Shaq faced challenges as a free throw shooter, earning the strategy of intentionally fouling him, known as hack-a-Shaq, from opponents. In 1996, Shaq won a gold medal as a member of the U.S. Olympic basketball team. That same year, he joined the Los Angeles Lakers, forming a dynamic duo with rising star Kobe Bryant. Under the guidance of coach Phil Jackson, Shaq transformed into a more well-rounded player, focusing on defense, rebounding, and free throw shooting. The Lakers experienced tremendous success, winning championships in 2001, 2002, and 2003, with Shaq being named the Finals MVP each year. In 2004, Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat, where he teamed up with talented guard Dwayne Wade and led the team to an NBA championship in 2006. However, injuries hindered his performance in the following seasons, and he was subsequently traded to the Phoenix Suns and later to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shaq's playing style didn't mesh well with the Suns' fast-paced game, and he faced various challenges as he moved between teams. Throughout his career, Shaq showcased his versatility beyond basketball. He ventured into rap and acting, starring in films like Blue Chips, Kazam, and Steel. He even lent his voice to the animated film The Lego Movie. Shaq's outgoing personality and charm also made him a popular figure in commercials and endorsements. After retiring from basketball, Shaq continued to make waves as a commentator on NBA television shows, where he shared his insights and entertained viewers with his larger-than-life presence. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, let's shift back to the extravagant life of this NBA superstar. Now, you might think we're exaggerating. No! We're talking about Lamborghinis, multi-million-dollar super yachts, and mind-boggling expenditures. But before we delve into the jaw-dropping details, let's take a peek at some of the incredible rides that fill Shaq's multi-million-dollar garage. Imagine cruising around in a Rolls-Royce, a car fit for royalty. Shaq owns a culinary masterpiece known as the Rolls-Royce Culinary Phantom. And that's just the beginning. He also owns a Lamborghini Gallardo, a fierce and sleek sports car that turns heads wherever it goes. But wait, there's more. Shaq's collection extends to a '98 Ferrari 355 F1 Spider, a speed demon that ignites adrenaline with its sheer power. If that wasn't enough, Shaq knows how to make an entrance in a Mercedes S550 convertible, a car that exudes luxury and sophistication. But he doesn't stop there. Picture him zooming around in a Vader, a Vanderhall Venice Roadster, and not one, not two, but 3 Bentleys. In Azure, in Arnage, and a Continental GT. And mind you, this doesn't even include his customized vehicles, which add an extra layer of uniqueness to his collection. But Shaq's extravagant taste isn't limited to cars alone. He owns a Mercedes-Benz 600 that defies convention, with a built-in fish tank and speakers that will make your music experience unforgettable. And let's not forget about his Ford F650, a massive truck that he has poured an additional $70,000 into, surpassing its own value. Now, let's get back to the mind-blowing aspect of Shaq's life. he spoils his children with Lamborghinis and sets sail on jaw-dropping, multi-million-dollar super yachts. Can you imagine the adventures they must have aboard these luxurious vessels? And no, it doesn't stop there. Shaq also owns an enormous 14-foot chopper, decked out with LED lights that make it shine like a star. This beast of a bike features an NBA championship ring, and of course, the iconic Superman logo, earning it the nickname, the Man of Steel Bike. And let's not forget about the classic beauty parked in Shaq's garage. Picture a 1963 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, identical to the one Al Pacino drove in the movie Scarface. But what sets it apart is the exact same tiger print, adding a touch of wilderness to this magnificent ride. But here's where things get really interesting. Some of Shaq's wildest car purchases were born out of pure frustration. Imagine this: Shaq and the legendary boxer Mike Tyson strolling into a Rolls-Royce dealership, ready to splurge on new wheels. But here's the catch: the salesman had no clue who Shaq was and had the audacity to disrespect him. Can you believe it? Without skipping a beat, Shaq decided to set the record straight. He pointed at not just one, not two, but 3 Rolls-Royces and calmly stated, "I'll take them all." In one fell swoop, he silenced the doubters and dropped a jaw-dropping $1.3 million on those luxurious rides, proving that when you underestimate Shaq, you do so at your own peril. Now, here's a little secret about Shaq and his travel adventures. While he doesn't own a private jet, he frequently charters them. But before taking off, he has a very Shaq pre-flight routine. It's a must-know. Whether he's flying on an insane Bombardier Challenger 300 or any other aircraft, Shaq has his own unique way of preparing for the flight. Okay, now let's take a sneak peek at his daily life. When Shaq wants to relax, he can retreat to his incredible mansion, complete with a mini mansion in the backyard. Currently residing in his Atlanta home, which is conveniently close to the inside the NBA studio where he works, this place is like a dream. It boasts amazing features such as a koi pond, a basketball court, a Superman-themed game room, a quarter-mile driveway, a personal gym, and even a tree decorated with broken basketball rims as a tribute to Shaq's powerful dunks. But wait, there's more. In the backyard, there's a mind-blowing custom-made treehouse that's as big as your home. Inside, you'll find a poker setup, a wet bar, and a massive painting of Shaq himself. And that's just the beginning of the extravagance. Shaq's other mansions have even crazier additions, including aquatic life. But before we dive into furnishings, let's take a look at his jaw-dropping homes. There's his multi-million-dollar Las Vegas home, his sprawling estate in Dallas, and he even used to own a house in LA just because Paula Abdul lived across the street. And let's not forget his Orlando mansion, which he originally bought for a whopping $3.95 million. But Shaq being Shaq, he decided to put an additional $20 million into it, earning it the nickname Shaqapulco. He attempted to sell it for $28 million, but ended up selling it for $11 million. Now let's talk about some of Shaq's most treasured possessions. He has a Superman-inspired fish tank that is truly a sight to behold. And that's not all. He splurged an extra $120,000 on an Egyptian-style room that features a personalized tank for just one fish. Shaq's Florida home also caught the attention of musicians because of its unique dance studio, which doubled as a recording studio. Believe it or not, popular boy bands like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys recorded their first albums there. Shaq even charged them $25 a day to rent the space. But it's not just boy bands. Rappers who have made it to the Billboard Hot 100, like Shaq himself, have also utilized the studio to create their chart-topping hits. Now, let me tell you, Shaq's sense of style is just as fascinating as his music and mansions. While most superstar athletes flaunt their 6- to 7-figure watches, Shaq keeps it reasonable with his own line of Invicta watches. He actually wears them, like this massive Invicta by Shaq timepiece. And get this, while custom suits can cost over $2,500, Shaq has his own line of affordable jackets and pants. It's not just his fashion that's unique, his sneaker deal is equally extraordinary. That's a wrap. Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaq as we all know him, is not just a basketball superstar anymore. He's become an even bigger celebrity and one of the biggest names in entertainment. This guy is always making headlines with his bold opinions and larger-than-life personality. But here's the real scoop. What crazy things will Shaq splurge his millions on next? If you liked this video, let us know in the comments section below. And if you want to hear more exciting stories about your favorite NBA superstars, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Until next time, keep ballin'.